Welcome to the East Macs. We're going to spend 4 days out here exploring and having a look around. We are camped up at the Panorama. Campground. Nice little spot. Can get ridiculously big vans in here if you try hard enough. No, it's a good little spot. There's actually a couple of different campgrounds in the area to choose from. They're all national parks. So you can find them on the NT National Parks website. There is a drop toilet here, some barbecue facilities, and a bunch of walks.
And lots of flies.
There's a few flies. They're not too bad just yet. But also, look who's here with us. Where is she? She's hiding.
Hi, Nanny.
Hi, Nanny. Hi. Alright, we're going to go and check out some of the walks and check out some of the scenery, take some photos, and I don't know, do a bit of exploring this afternoon. Should be good. Yeah. Alright, so that was the... what walk was that?
The walk to the other campground that wasn't very good and very flat.
It's the light blue one. Anyways, it is definitely an easy walk.
Yeah.
Basically. I think that took all of like 15 seconds.
We'll try the next one and maybe it's worthwhile filming.
Alright, Shannon and I, are going to go and attempt the Trafina Gorge walk. We're going to do a bit of a scouting mission. It's a 2k 1 hour return loop. We're going to go and see how hard it is and whether or not it's something that Charlotte and Nanny might like to tackle tomorrow. Of course we'll do it again, but yeah, we'll go and
have a look.
Go and have a look, check it out. How's this for a view? Absolutely amazing up here. Definitely worth the hike up.
What do you reckon?
Oh, it's amazing. It's so beautiful. Yeah, it's a bit of a challenging one, but wow, the views.
Would you say it's gorgeous?
Oh, I see what you did there. Ooh, good morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning.
Freezing cold.
It's pretty fresh, but we've come out to do the Panorama walk, which is a ridgetop walk, I think. So we should have some pretty spectacular sunrise views. Now the sun has just come up. It's just light enough that we can actually see where we're going, and cold enough that we can't feel anything anymore. But we're going to go and attempt this walk before breakfast. Wish us luck. how spectacular are those views?
It's well worth getting up early and going for a hike, isn't it?
That's pretty amazing. Fortunately for us though, where are we going? Oh, I can't even get it in the camera.
And like straight up there.
Yeah, we got a ways to go, but wow.
Oh,
almost there.
Almost. Every time we go up, what happens?
It's more up.
It's more up. And that's our camp down there behind us.
Pretty amazing views.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Pretty awesome. And then we still have to go up. More up.
More up.
More up. Oh, where are we?
We're at the top. We're puffed.
We're actually at the top though.
We're at the top. And it is amazing.
And the sun's just coming up over there in front of us. We're hiding behind a tree there.
Good morning. It is day 3 for us out here at Trafina Gorge, and we've popped down to see the ghost gum. It is pretty magnificent. Now, before I turn around and show you guys, all through this area are these ghost gums. They are stark white trunks and limbs with beautiful green leaves. They look so pretty up against all the red rock and stuff that you see here in the center, but this one in particular is on the National Tree of Significance. It is supposed to be the largest ghost gum in the entire country. Apparently they've measured it at about 33 meters, and it's estimated to be over 300 years old, and it is absolutely beautiful. Check this out. We've come down to Emily Gap. Now, we were here in 2018 and went for a little walk. There is a nice little Aboriginal rock painting site here, which is pretty spectacular. But today, I don't think we're going to get through because there's a little bit of water in our way. And apparently the only way through is to swim. Alright, we've come down to Jessie Gap, which looks like we might have a bit of a better chance of getting through because we actually couldn't really see anything at Emily Gap, but we'll give this one a go and see what we can find. Alright, Jessie's Gap. It's a pretty cool little spot. There is actually a rock art site in here that you can go and look at. The traditional owners do ask that you don't photograph it, so we didn't film it, but it's a nice easy walk if you'd like to come in here and check it out yourself. It's pretty cool and pretty easy to find. What do you think?
I thought it was really cool. Yeah. I liked all the rocks and how they'd formed, and to think they'd once all been flat and now they're vertical. It's almost vertical. It's
a neat little gorge, isn't it? Very pretty. Yeah. We are here at the same time as a group of people who are actually doing some painting. So they are painting the scenery in here around the gorge, and it is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Definitely worth getting out your sketch pad, I think, if you're an artist. All right, on to the next place. This stop is Corroboree Rock, which is pretty cool, and there is a little walking trail here, which I think we're going to do. So, what do you think, Nanny? Photo bomber. Alright, a little walk. So we'll go and check out Corrobory Rock. Let's go, guys.
Hi. No.
Don't even. We've made it out to John Hayes Rockpool here in Trafina Gorge. This is where we are camping. It's one of the little spots you can go into, a little day use area. It is a 4-wheel drive only track in here, and it is definitely a little bit of a goat. It's a bit of a goat's track, so 4-wheel drive only is probably a good move. But there is a campground here. You can't tow anything in here, so no trailers at all. But if you are into swags and rooftop tents and stuff like that, you could camp out here. We've come to just have a look at the rock pool down here. And there's a lookout that we'll probably go and check out as well. There is the chain of ponds hike that you can do. It's 3.5 k's little loop track, which would be very pretty. If we've got enough time, we might come back on one of the other days and tackle that one. And the really long 9k walk ends here. So there's a few walks to do, a couple of lookouts, and a pretty amazing view. Check this out. John Hayes Rockpool. Pretty cool little spot here.
Yeah.
I reckon that water would be pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Absolutely freezing. Well, we've made it up to the lookout up here at the start of the Chain of Ponds walk. The flies are horrendous. The view is amazing, but I do feel like it's one of those things you need to come and see with your own eyes. It is not going to show up in the camera the way that we are seeing it here. It is absolutely amazing. There is a little tiny creek bed that you can see has just carved its way through the rocks. There's a little bit of sand down the bottom, sandy bottom of the riverbed, and it looks absolutely breathtaking from up here. Alright, we've just finished the little 1.5k return hike down through Nadala Gorge looking for petroglyphs, which are rock etchings. So they're actually etched into the rocks with rocks and will signify things like Dreamtime stories. In this case, this one is about the 3 caterpillars that is part of the Dreamtime story around this area. But also things like waterholes and whether or not you're going to find food, so emus, kangaroos, all that sort of good stuff. It is a bit of a treasure hunt. How did we go?
We did pretty well, I reckon.
Yeah, we actually found quite a few, which was pretty fun. And how did you go, Nanny?
It was good.
It was good. It was a bit of rock scrambling there at the end, but I think we made it all through and nobody twisted an ankle, which is always a good thing. But there is supposed to be 6,000 individual petroglyphs all through this area. You can only see probably maybe half a dozen sites as you walk along the walk that they've got through here, but even within those ones, each one's got a couple on it. And once you get your eye in, you know what you're looking for. You can even find a couple on the way back through that you didn't see the first time.
Yeah.
So good fun. Yeah, if you have the chance to come out here and have a bit of a look, it's definitely worth the walk. And I don't think it's terribly hard, is it?
No, not at all.
Good fun. How many thumbs up? 2? I'd give 2, but I'm holding the GoPro. And we've popped out to the Arltunga, I think that's how you pronounce it, but I could be wrong, historic reserve. So this was actually one of the first, or maybe the first town actually in the Northern Territory. It started as a little gold rush back in the 1800s, and they didn't do terribly well on the gold scene out here. So what we've been left with is just the remains of a lot of hopes and dreams that sort of didn't really pan out. There is quite a bit to see here in this area. So it is a bit of a driving tour. We've stopped, or first stop, our first stop I should say, is the information centre that's here, and there's a little bit of an open air museum that you can see behind us. It's going to give you guys lots of information on what there is to do around here if you want to come and check it out. But there are the government works, there's the police station, there's some cemeteries, and there's 4 mines in this area that you can go and have a bit of a look at. So there's a couple of walks you can do, a couple of historic sites to stop at and have a look at, but it is spread out, so bring your walking legs and a 4-wheel drive vehicle so that you can comfortably come and check it out. It is pretty remote out here and it's a bit of a drive on a dirt road to get out here, but it is well worth exploring. So let's go and check it out, eh?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this. What'd you find?
Nothing.
So this would have been the kitchen.
Yeah.
go.
No!
Let's go. Nothing to see here.
No, please! Don't go!
You live there now.
No!
It would seem you have broken the law.
Can you let me out, please?
I don't have the key.
The crime was being annoying.
Was it? Oh dear. Alright.
Please.
Bye.
No! Hi, and welcome to our house.
Roundhouse.
The Roundhouse.
Alright, so just a little bit of context for you guys. I am standing on a massive pile of quartz tailings, and behind you can see even more, another big huge mound, and this has all come out of this Great Western mine that you can still scramble into. So why don't we go and poke our heads in and see what it's like in an old, you know, turn of the century 1800s, early 1900s gold mine. Oh, all right, Arltunga. What a really interesting place. It is spread out over quite a large area. So if you want to come out here and check it out, I would recommend allowing a good portion of the day to do it. I mean, it's a bit of a drive out here on a dirt road, and then everything is spread out, so you do need to drive to each of the sites that you want to go to. And then if you want to have a little bit of a walk around, check things out, allow a bit of time to do that. So it's definitely like a good half day, if not a whole day thing, if you want to come and do most of the sites. But I tell you what, it's really, really interesting, and going and seeing all of the individual sites and then realizing, for example, the miners that worked at this mine, once they'd extracted all of their ore and bits of gold and whatnot, they had to lug it all the way back to the government works, which is where we started out today. And it's such a long distance. It's just incredible to think of the conditions that these people would have lived and worked in just to find a little bit of gold. But really, really interesting. Was reading on one of the signs earlier that this is the first town in Central Australia. It actually predates Alice Springs. So definitely, if you're out this way, pop it on your bucket list. Come and have a look. It's pretty neat, and definitely an interesting little piece of history out here at Arltunga. And that is a wrap on our 4 days in the East Macs. So we've camped at Trafina Gorge. It was a great little base for the last couple of days. We have popped out to a few different places, so you know, a little bit of driving involved, but what a beautiful little campsite that we've had here in Trafina Gorge. The views out the window every morning has been absolutely spectacular, and it has been a great couple of days. What did you think?
I thought it was really cool. I loved how, like, all the history in here and all the cool geology facts and
It's a pretty special little place, and I think we've all had a really good time.
yeah.
We are now heading back to Alice Springs for a couple of days to restock, and then we're going to head out the other side and we're going to do the West Max. So we'll catch you guys then. All right, until then, take care.
Bye.
Bye.